No. What's your deal? So I'm going to be talking about sponsoring.
Okay, so
And I think the reason that they asked me to do sponsoring is because I had 3 girls in the last 3 months. So, I'm just going to share just a real little bit. I'm going to talk fast. I'm already out of breath still from that one. But like we all know with Premier, it's so much about the relationships, right? So we want to remember that even in sponsoring, it's all about the relationships. In order to have contacts, to even potentially build your business, you want to either be really good at lifestyling and meeting people on the go, out and about, or be consistently holding home shows or jewelry shows, okay? And that's when you're really going to be connecting with people. They're going to be able to see how easy your job really is. That's really when I first wanted to start building my business, that's what I was told from my upline, was that how consistently are you holding shows? You need to hold them more consistently, okay? Because that's really when you're meeting the people. Now, while you want to be consistently holding shows, you want to remember that you're not at the shows to sponsor. You are at shows to share and pique curiosity. Okay. Sponsoring happens outside of the shows, while curiosity begins at each show. The other thing I learned too is that sharing the business at shows is not an opportunity presentation. Opportunity presentations are really much more that one-on-one, more intimate relationship building, seeing what their needs are and how Premier can meet those needs. Okay, again, that relationship piece. One of the things that I really like that I just learned at Haven is to be able to offer various types of ways of listening in to hear about Premier. So when you're at a show, you want to be able to offer a couple different ways for them to be able to hear about Premier. So one might be a call-in number. If they're kind of flies on the wall, they're interested, but they don't want other people knowing that maybe they're having financial difficulty, or that they're feeling really lonely and could use some great fellowship with women. So the call-in number, so that's something that they can do on their own time, and then you can follow up with them. Some other people might be thinking about, kind of curious about this whole Premier thing and what the Premier people are like. So you can invite them to training. Okay, having them come here, see what it's like, see the positivity, the energy, the excitement that Premier brings, seeing the relationships that have been built here, giving them that sense of hope of what, I can have this too. This can be me as well. Other people might think, hey, I like you and I'd like to, spend a little bit more time with you and pick your brain about this whole business thing. More informal, let's just grab hot cocoa, coffee, whatever. Something less formal than an official OP. Here's my binder. Maybe we're just going to chat. Okay. So that's another option. And then the other option, of course, is, a more formal OP, either for somebody or maybe somebody's thinking, hey, I would love to have my girlfriend hear all about this business. Having that one person come with their girlfriend to an OP to be able to hear about it. Okay, and then that way you've been building that relationship with the one person at your show. She's going to be a referral source for you. She's going to bring her friend over to the OP. Then you're going to be able to build the relationships with both of those girls. Okay. So I like that because different people have different needs as far as how they learn, how they hear about things, and that way you're meeting a variety of different ways that's what might work best for them. The woman who had done this is Elizabeth Draper. One of the things that she did is she had postcards. So she was able to personally invite people depending on what option worked best for them. Okay? So you can do something like that. You can always ask them, kind of at the end at checkout, just kind of assume, hey, you heard about the 4 ways that we could sit down and talk about the business. What would work best for you? Just kind of inviting them. I want to do this. I think you'd be great at this. What do you think? And then that way, they're able to kind of choose. Or they might be like, oh yeah, no, I can't really think of anybody, and this isn't for me. Okay, not a problem at all. If somebody pops into your mind at a later date, feel free to pass on my number. Okay? Now, the next thing that is, like I said, because we're not sponsoring at shows, we're just sharing at shows, sponsoring happens after the show. Now, we know what Premier can do for them, for the prospective jewelers. We need to show them and help them see what Premier can truly do for them. We need to do this out of care and out of love, okay? We also know that this will ultimately help us build our team, but we need to remember that it is never, never about us as their sponsor. It is always about them and how Premier can meet their needs. Doesn't matter if this one next girl is going to make you a builder, or this one next girl is going to make you a designer. It's not about you. It's about how Premier can meet their needs and helping them see, you know, that, yeah, of course, naturally, you will be helping me. That's no secret. We talk about the commission plan, right? But to make sure that they don't feel like they're just a number, to make sure that they don't feel like they're just helping you out, that you really do see how Premier can help them, and that your best interest is them. Okay. So with that, we also need to follow up with them. And I think from what I've heard, following up is kind of one of the most difficult areas. I know it is for me. In a lot of areas in my business, for whatever reason, sponsoring is not so difficult. And I think it's because it's more just person to person versus jewelry. I'm not more of a people person than a jewelry person. So for me, it's easy to follow up with somebody and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, I've been thinking about you. And that's something that I think is really important, is that we want to follow up with them every 3 months, because that's typically when someone's life is changing. Okay, roughly every 3 months there's change. Okay, so when we follow up, we do not want to only follow up about Premier. We don't want to be like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Premier's running this great special. What do you think? Then, 3 months later, hey, Premier's running this great special. What do you think? We want, God made us with 2 ears and 1 mouth. We want to make sure that we are listening more than we are talking, okay? So when you were building that relationship, what are some things that you kind of picked up on? What are some things that you know about them that's going to show them that you truly care and you listen? Okay? So for example, I have a prospective jeweler whose husband just was diagnosed in July with cancer. So there's times when I've sent her thinking of you cards, not about Premier, just hey, I hope things are going well with you and your husband. I think about you often. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Nothing about Premier at all. Again, building that relationship on a personal level. I think we want to remember that even though we're all jewelers, we were people first. Okay? So as a person, what do people need that make them feel loved, make them feel appreciated, make them feel heard? Okay? We're people first before we were jewelers. So the other thing too is that we want to make sure that we are always believing in the heart of Premier. Okay, just like what Lori was talking about as far as the attitudes and the beliefs, we want to make sure that we are leading everything we do with a genuine belief in the heart of Premier and what Premier truly stands for. That's going to help it be about them, not about us. Okay. The other thing I want to share is kind of how to see my sparkly folder. Is how to kind of keep track of your follow-ups. Okay, so I'm sure a bunch of you have seen or use them even the Premier Designs Jewelry Show registration cards. They're the ones that kind of like they're on the website as well, the Rockstar website. But it kind of breaks down like this is the date, the date, time, their name, and then the follow up stuff below, like the things that we should be doing to make sure that we're doing the hostess coaching and all of that. I pretty much took my hostess one and transformed it into a prospective jeweler card. Okay, so I'm going to email Lori the document so she can just throw us on here, and then you can make it whatever works best for you. What I have is I have their name, their address, their phone number, their email address, their Facebook name if they have it, their preferred method of contact, everything that's already on the home show registration. It's pretty much the same thing there. Then I have where do we meet. Did I meet them at Big Lots? Did I meet them at the gas station? Did I meet them at Christie's show? Okay, that way, we meet a lot of people in this business. That way it helps me know who's who and where I met them. Additional info. The next part is the additional info for, do I know that, gosh, when I met her at that show, she was talking about her having a lot of vet bills and knowing that she's, you know, because her dog has been really sick and now she's, you know, kind of in debt because of all these vet bills. Well, I can send a quick little thing, thinking of you card, being like, hey, I hope Butch is doing well. You know, like, I hope you guys are doing well. Just another little thing, hey, I was paying attention to you, okay? Just that additional information. Then the second half of this is the follow-up dates and the contents discussed. Okay, so what I have there is, when did I first meet her? So if I met her at Christie's show, did I then have, you guys are so distracting. No, it's okay. If I met her at Christie's show, when did I do an OP with her? You know, what was the date of that OP? Or maybe I called her and followed up with her. What was discussed on that date, and what was her response? So what I've done is, I'll say like July 7th was the first contact I had with this person. Sat down for an OP at Panera. The contents discussed was the OP at Panera, and then I'll also put what she rated herself. 1 to 10, you know, 1 being not interested at all, is like root canal, and 10 being like sign me up now. Where did she fall? Right? Essentially. Okay. But I always ask it at the end of my OPs as well, to gauge, because it'll change. It'll change. Maybe they're more interested, maybe they're less interested, maybe they're right where they were. And then what will it take you to get closer to a 10? What will it take you to get to a 9? You know, to be able to gauge that. Okay. So that's kind of where I keep the follow-up dates and content, if it's a promotion, whatever it is that I send out to. Okay. So I'm going to shut my mouth, and I want to see if any of you girls have anything more to add or any questions.
You keep this on paper?
I do.
And you keep it right in your
I do. I keep everything
no matter where
in here.
you are, you can just pull it out to make phone calls.
This is my calendar for my shows. This has all of my hostesses, and then in the back I have my prospective jewelers. Because I have them sectioned out into people who have canceled on me, and I'm pretty guaranteed that they're probably not going to reschedule with me for whatever reason. People who are wanting to reschedule, and then people who are holding. So I know if I need to get on that phone and get 2 more calls, I've got it all right here. So I have their information all right here.
And where did you, those are different than the ones that I've seen. Did you do those up yourself? You created
I'm ridiculous like that, but yeah. I kind of make everything my own. Yeah. But I think it has pretty much everything that's on the menu, right? Yeah. I just have them a little bit organized, a little bit differently from what works best. Anything else?
What are you doing?